Yo, what up, what up, what up, man? It's your man, DJ Caveman, back once again with
Yes,
homie, DJ IronMonkey, doing the damn thing. You know what I
yes,
mean?
indeed.
Another Sunday of elite sports talk, you know,
hmm
with the team, Caveman and DJ IronMonkey talking sports and shit. What's good, man?
Yeah. Nah, man, I'm chilling, man. Living life, enjoying it for what it is, and making some amends and mending some fences in my life, which is always a good thing. Especially when you had an active hand in destroying the fence, in a sense, meaning, you know, my in my personal life, I try to keep my personal life personal, but now that things are on the up and up, I feel like talking about it, or at least addressing it. But my son has moved back from Florida recently, so I started mending the fences with my son. And I actually spoke with my youngest daughter, OG, last night. We had two separate conversations, probably like 2 hours in total. But I came home yesterday and I saw a package and I was like, what the fuck is this? I opened it up. Matter of fact, where is it? Oh wait, 1 second. Let me get it real quick. So I opened the package and it's this New York Nick a bottle opener.
Okay.
I'm like, what the fuck? Where this come from? I opened it up. It's from Amazon. It had a note. It's from my daughter OG. I was like,
Oh,
oh shit. I haven't really spoke to her like over a year. So now that we're speaking again, I was like, this was a nice olive branch, and we had a very nice conversation. So mending those fences and living life and turning the corner in a sense, you know. But
word.
I'm just worried that with my beard, I'm trying to grow it in a little bit, so might have like little razor bumps and shit. But whatever.
Are you growing the beard out? Trying to be part of the beard gang?
Well, yeah, I let it grow, and the thing is when I go to trim it up, I cut down a little bit too low, so then it just becomes like a chin strap type, So yeah, I'm gonna flesh it out, but I have to go through the ugly phases of the hair growing back in.
You're gonna look homeless 1 week, and then finally you should just, or you could just be me and not really be able to grow a beard because this is the same level of beard I've had. It's a little thicker, but
All right.
this is it. It's not gonna be more than that.
What, you're not putting like that eyeliner pencil shit in and brushing it through,
Nah,
make it look darker, fill
I
up
can't do that. But this is the most amount of beard I've ever had, and this is the most amount of beard I'm like it's never gonna get more than this. It might get like a little bit more thicker, but
hmm
I'm not gonna have like the big ass Rick Ross type shit.
Uh,
Like it's not in the cards, man. I don't even have hair on my legs. So
yeah, that's information I could have did without, but yeah, okay, all
all
right.
I'm doing is half the battle, my friend.
Is it? I don't know what battle I'm fighting where I need to know that shit, but okay.
One of
But
those
yeah,
things, you know,
how was your week, man? It looked like you just got out the cave, man. Like, and this outside world is too bright for you.
hey man, uh,
You out in these streets.
I'm outside. That's all.
You're outside.
I'm outside.
Okay.
You
Okay.
and sometimes when you're outside too long and you're of a certain age, your body
You bro-
reminds you that you're not supposed
mm.
to be outside like that.
Yo, but honestly though, the shades are killing me though.
Oh, this is it. This is the look of the show. You know, I'm feeling very Chad Johnson right now.
Yeah, get your Stevie Wonder on.
Yeah, I mean, my Stevie can see. I'm convinced at this point. Videos of Stevie doing shit that motherfuckers with good eyesight can do. You know,
Man,
there's all the stories about
J- Jamie Foxx had one about him recently, and like everything is cool, and then when he hears people like talking shit, first thing Stevie does, get up and walks away. Any kind of like rough talk or like a fight, he gets up. Oh, no, I'm not having this shit, and walks away.
yeah, well, Stevie's known to have those hands too. Ray Parker Jr. tells a story about Stevie whooping some dude's ass, and I'm thinking like that dude can never like the dude who got his ass beat by Stevie Wonder can never tell people that he got beat up by Stevie Wonder because
Yo, how Stevie won the blind one and you didn't see the punch coming? Like, come on, man. You can't bob and weave. Like, it's not like he could see where you're bobbing and weaving.
the story reminds me of that Boondocks episode with Stink Meaner, and he beats up Granddad with the cane and shit, and he's supposed to be blind.
Yeah.
You got beat up by a blind man, Granddad. Shit is crazy though.
Yo,
But
shout out to Stevie Wonder. He's still hands down my favorite person in the world outside of my father.
Overall, though, the week was good. You know, I'm just out there slanging this mail. You know what I mean? And yeah, man, just trying to keep up on all the sports happenings, and there's a lot going on. The Olympics is next month, so it's a lot of my eyes been glued to the track because there's a lot of interesting track stories.
Yeah, I was watching some yesterday with my father. Matter of fact, that's the other thing. My father came back in town from Trinidad, so he's back in town.
Oh shit!
We was watching women's track on ESPN where Arkansas ended up winning it last night.
Yeah.
The
NCAA's have been really good to watch, but now it's like the Nationals is next week, I think, or the week after, end of June, middle of June. So we'll be choosing the Olympic teams going forward, and you got some interesting storylines with Sha'Carri and Gabby Douglas, and
did Gabby Douglas make the team?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Yeah, because everybody's talking about Simone Biles making a comeback, but Gabby Douglas is the one too. People forget.
Yeah, she's from Massachusetts, so she's kind of local.
Yeah, I'm surprised they're not pumping her as much though.
She hasn't won a lot this year, like Diamond League stuff, but she's just been giving up. Her and Sydney McLaughlin left Rome because she's married now.
What happened to your girl Dominique Dawes? Remember your girl from back in the day?
Yo, Dominique Dawes just bought a piece of the Atlanta Braves.
Oh, where?
Atlanta Braves, the Atlanta Falcons.
Oh shit! Shout out to Dominique Dawes. Yo, she was one of at least one of my first young boy crushes.
Dominique Dawes was that deal back in the day. You know what I mean? Still good.
Still is.
Her and Will Packard have minor ownership stakes in the Atlanta Falcons.
Oh, okay.
Arthur Blank opened it up for a couple people to get involved, and they're two of the people that got involved. So, you don't hear about, like I said, that's a weird flex for a gymnast. I never heard about a gymnast being like first having enough money to like own a sports team. Like gymnastics isn't one of those sports that pays out wild dough, and you can really only do it at the Olympics. Like they don't have like a pro circuit,
and it's only endorsements. Yeah, and back in those days it was Wheaties, and that was it.
So shout out to Dominique Dawes for being able to be smart with her gymnastics money and whatever else she was doing. I don't really know what she's doing now, but whatever.
Hey, peep it. She took that gymnastics money and flipped it into some NFL money. I got what I was doing there, huh? It's June. It's Father's Day is next weekend. I'm working on my dad jokes in advance because that's my day when the chain is off. This is my day. Like y'all ain't bringing me breakfast in bed. If anything, I'm surprised I even got a motherfucking keychain. Like I don't get shit from my kids, other than love, But it's gonna be my day to tell all my dad jokes, and I'm warming up from now. So yeah, Dominique Dawes took that gymnast money and flipped it into NFL money. Yeah, you're trying hard not to laugh. I know you are. But it is what it is. When you're dad, I'm telling you, this is one of the joys in life. Your kids give you so much frustration, and you want to give back that frustration in a way that you can laugh, and it's not hurtful. So this is where dad jokes come, for me at least. That's where it is. I'll say a bad joke just to make them go, dad. And I'm like, yes, I got him.
All right. Hey, listen, I wasn't going to tell you this, but there's a channel on Sirius XM dedicated to dad jokes in case you want to get your dad joke game up. I know you got plenty. But
it's one thing to listen to other people, and it's another thing to organically come up with your own. It's like when you make something yourself, it just feels so much better than going out to the store and buying it. That's what it is. So I might have a harvest next week of dad jokes where I'm picking some of the finest ones, the finest fruits, the fruit of the looms, if you may. So, you see the dad jokes,
we
they're
were
organic.
talking about sports, and then
Oh, we were, and we
um,
still are, and we still are.
we just had to take a dad joke detour
Yeah,
for but we're back.
a dad joke moment. And now that we're back from the break,
So yeah, man, fucking Olympic
yeah,
year. I'm excited. You know what I mean? Swimming and track and field is my shit. But as
hmm
always, the rhythmic gymnastics, uh, and you know, those
making it look like a butterfly in the sky and shit.
off market sports. I'm gonna be watching a lot of that shit too because it's in Paris, so it's a little bit of
Oh,
a time change. So a lot of it's probably gonna be on at night.
this
So
year I think breakdancing is an Olympic sport.
breakdancing is an Olympic sport this year. So
Yeah.
shout out to all the breakdancing motherfuckers. I know that's now too old to qualify for the Olympics, but
Shout out to my man Donnie Battle.
Donnie Battle, Bobby B. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
that's my guy.
Back in the
That's my
day,
brother right there.
the illest breakdancers on the set. The pole
Mm.
wear cats. And
Yo, when I used to run around midnight for the Black Rep, when it used to be on Washington Street way back in the day, Perseus used to be like I had Perseus as our DJ, and then I had the guy from Pome Action where Sean G was the host. But then we used to open it up for breakdancers, and Donnie Battle used to come by all the time. So it wasn't just rappers and poets that used to come through. It used to be breakdancers and graffiti artists. It was a pure hip hop scene where it wasn't just rapping and DJing. They had breakers and they had graffiti artists for the four elements of hip hop. But this year, breakdancing being in it, that's one of the ones I want to watch. I have a feeling like France might make some moves for some weird reason. Like I haven't really seen any of their prelims or their Olympic buildups for breakdancing, but yeah, I would say America, but France and probably like Japan might place. And this is me just blindly making a
yeah, I'm
prediction.
not really in the breakdance scene like that, but I feel like Japan or China, Germany,
Yeah,
we always see videos of German dudes.
because they seem to absorb hip hop in a different way than we do. Because we're at the point where it's not about making art. Hip hop has evolved into more making money. It's a business now, where they're still at the stage of hip hop being the cultural art that it was meant to be. So that's where with those foreign countries, I see them slightly having an edge with breakdancing because nowadays we can't go see boys and girls walking around with their breaking crew on the streets and battling people on their block. That used to be a regular day in New York when I used to spend my summers in New York. People had their dancing crews, they're practicing, you have rehearsals, and then you go to the block and then you're battling somebody else. But now that hip hop is more of a business, that has kind of gone away with now you're breaking in the studio with some, and I hate to say it, kind of like a colonizer and telling you step one and step two. I'm like, man, you ain't got no motherfucking rhythm.
Hey,
Them YouTube ass motherfuckers. Like,
we'll see if the USA could bring home the gold during the breakdance. I mean, it'd be kind of weird if they didn't, but if they don't,
yeah,
maybe it's not. You know what I mean? We don't have the dominance that we thought we did in the breakdancing arenas.
yeah, have to revisit it like the Redeem team when the NBA players was losing
oh man.
In the Olympics.
Yeah, but before we
Like,
go there, though, let's talk NBA. We got the NBA finals. We had the
yes,
NHL finals all happening at the same time. Hockey
yes.
on one side and basketball on the other side. I got the
Mhm.
Mavs in 6. I still got the Mavs in 6, but they got fucking beat down in game
They were
1.
supposed to.
But yeah, that's how they did what they were supposed to do. You know what I mean? They came out. Your boy Chris Stapps
Yeah,
came out
Porzingis.
looking like old school Chris Stapps.
Yeah, that motherfucker had like 3 months off.
He was-
Everybody's been playing like a whole year. This motherfucker had like a full vacation, so he played fresh,
Yeah,
like he was supposed to.
but he didn't really look like he had too much rust. He was hitting some long range shit. You know what I mean? He was
That's
taking
what I'm
dudes to the
saying.
basket. He was batting dudes shit into the stands. You know what I mean? Like he was like, I was like,
Mhm.
oh shit. if this dude keeps playing like this, it could be a sweep.
Listen, the fact that he had 3 months off, right? And the only thing you're asking of him, really and truly, are 4 solid games. That's all you're asking of him is 4 solid games. He could do that after a 3 month break. Hell yeah, why not? And then he has what, another 4 months off before, unless he plays for his Olympic team. But other than that, he'll probably have another 4 months off. So imagine that. You play 4 games and you get 4 months off. You play 4 more games, you get 4 months off. That's some Kawhi Leonard time.
Yeah. Like I said, that might be the formula. They might give Kristaps the whole season off next year and just be like, all right, you come in like 3 or 4 games. If they fuck around and win the title, you know.
Remember when Roger Clemens wanted to come back, but he stayed retired until after the All-Star break, and then he unretired, and then he hooked up with the Yankees. And they're like, yo, this is some bullshit. How you get this guy like mid-season? It was weird, but that's basically what Porzingis is. Like, look, just call me when you guys really need me. Other than that, he's like the relief pitcher. He's like the Dennis Eckersley. Like, you guys do whatever you need to do. Just call me when it's time to close out the game and close out the series.
Luka had a good game. He had 30, but everybody else pretty much like threw up a brick. The only difference that the Celtics threw up, they had like mad dudes in double figures. So like, and then you know, they control the tempo and shit. And they got out early.
I think Jaylen Brown had high at 23 and Porzingis had 20.
Yeah,
I think Tatum had 15, 16, something like that.
But they went out and they came out hot. You know what I mean? Popping threes. Al Horford hit a couple threes. Everybody was hitting their shots. So we'll see if they can continue that.
And that's where the role players from the Mavericks. I understand that is exactly what the Celtics were supposed to do, and try to shell shock those guys because the bright lights, the big moment, and you're playing away, right? So the backups and the role players for Dallas, the moment was a little bit too big for them, right? And Boston, they were at home and they were in their element, right? And they get Porzingis back. So
I mean, I was surprised.
It was a perfect storm. They were supposed to do that.
They were supposed to, but they haven't been. You know what I mean? They've been at home, so like their 2 losses right now in the playoffs are both home losses. So we'll have to see.
It's all about adjustments. It's all about adjustments, and I want to see how Dallas makes their adjustment because they actually made a run in that game too. They made it closer than it should have been.
Yeah, well, I mean, we all know that Jason Kidd is the equalizer in this situation, and I think he'll get those guys to where they need to be. He's already like trying to put up the fake bulletin board material, you know, talking about how Jaylen Brown is the best player on that team and shit like that, trying to cause a little infighting.
The gamesmanship has begun.
Everybody's like, we know what you're doing. We know what you're trying to do. It's not going to work. But I think that by even addressing it, it worked a little bit. You know what I mean? Because they're like, we see you, we don't, you know. But
now that's going to force Tatum to try to force it because Tatum only had like 15, 16 in that last game where Jaylen Brown was the high dude with 23 and then Porzingis with 20. But Tatum is supposed to be the man on that team. He's supposed to be. And for me, he's like a Carmelo Anthony, which isn't a knock against him or Carmelo, right? It's like a Durant. They're just great scorers, right? They're prolific scorers and players, but they're not really the leader of your team. They're really not, right? Carmelo, out of that, on that 3, I would say Carmelo is more of the leader out of Carmelo, Tatum, and Durant, but they're all basically the same kind of player.
I mean, we'll see tonight. You know what I mean? Because Kyrie's not going to have games where he only scored 16, and neither is Tatum. So we'll see like which guys show up tonight if Tatum starts to press it and take one shot. You know what I mean? Kyrie just got to like shake it off and shit. But I see his game 2's tonight. I think the Mavs are going to come back and win in game 2.
This is not Kyrie's first rodeo. You know, he's been around the block, so he understands. All right, well, if this is the way they're looking to play me, and this is what they're showing, now I know where I need to make my adjustments. This is where the series is based on adjustments. That's why I don't know about Missoula being able to make the proper adjustments at the right time versus Jason Kidd and Kyrie and Luka, because they're coaches on the court too. You know, if anything with Boston, the one that will probably talk more about making the adjustments will probably be like Drew Holiday, Brown, not really Tatum, but those will probably be the vocal ones, and Derek White. Those three are the key for Boston's defensive prowess and their rotations and adjustments they make in game two. But yeah, I said Dallas in 6-2, but I really have no, you know, skin in this game. I just want to see a good series. Probably, if anything, I want to see Kyrie win one without LeBron.
Right.
That's it.
The whole best player in the league thing changes if Luka wins a title too. You know what I mean? He's
You think so?
Of course, he's 25. Nobody's really talking about him like you think about it like this. He's 25 years old. If he wins a title, he's going to win a title faster than most of the guys that are above him in the greatest player of all time conversation. He's averaging 30 and 10. Like,
you think he's better than Joker?
Yes.
All right, so wait, I have a question now for you. Now.
Because Jokic is a better defender. Like,
but let me ask you this:
defense, man.
Do you think the NBA will have a foreign player as the face of the league?
No, absolutely not. But
who do you think will be the face of the league, though, outside of LeBron?
It's probably gonna be Ant Edwards, and then LeBron is like on his way out, so they're gonna be looking for like the younger guys, the Ant Edwards, maybe like when this dude finally stops carrying guns and gets his shit together.
Ja Morant.
Yeah, maybe fucking Zion can fucking get his shit together and stop eating fucking
porn stars.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like our American stars really got some issues, man. Like they gotta get their shit together.
Well, then there's Tatum. Tatum is supposedly be the next guy up, because if he wins this championship, like this year, next year is going to be like the passing of the torch, because
he also got to win the championship and be the MVP. Like you can't win the championship
and give
the MVP to Jaylen Brown. How you the face of the league and you're not even the MVP on your team?
That is true. That's a real good valid point.
You got to go out there and fucking.
That's a great point,
man. Like, because if not, like right now, like, and can you be the face of the league if you don't have no MVPs?
That too.
You got no scoring titles. You know what I mean? Like, you're just a dude in the league with the good hair. You're like Matt Barnes.
Matt Barnes. Yo, I'm not saying that dude's name in any kind of joking fashion, because that motherfucker would probably hop in the car and drive over there. Like, I'm good with that. I don't need none of that smoke.
Shout out to Matt Barnes and fucking Steven Jackson, man. That all the smoke podcast is super dope.
Yeah, I don't need none of that smoke.
Out there doing that thing. Hey, man, listen, Matt Barnes.
I listen to the podcast, all the smoke, but I don't need that driving to come check for me kind of smoke.
Hey, listen.
Like if anybody driving to check for me, that's a whole nother conversation that I said I'm not gonna bring up anymore on camera.
Matt Barnes knows that he's the dude in the league with the good hair that like to fight, because those light-skinned dudes like to fight. You know what I mean? Because
everybody try to play like they're pretty and be like, yeah, I'm pretty tough too.
Yeah, so it ain't no shade to Matt. There ain't no shade to Matt Barnes, but he knows what kind of player he was. He knows he wasn't a superstar. He was the dude. He was the pretty dude in the league with the good hair that could fight.
Listen, hey, he was well enough to have a career in the league. You know how many people can't get past week 2? Shit, this motherfucker had years in the league. And he's like, no disrespect to him. Hell no.
And he's like 6'6", you know what I mean? So it's like, I don't know. Anyway, shout out to those dudes, man. They fucking doing that damn thing. And,
but that is a valid point though. Like, how can you be the face of the league if you don't even have the MVP number 1 of the league, and you're not even a valuable player on your own team? So how can you be the face of the league? But I believe this year and next year is going to be the passing of the torch, because LeBron is aging out. Steph is aging out. Durant is aging out. So the new crop is supposed to come up. But like you said, Ja has to get his shit together. Zion has to stay healthy, for multiple seasons, back-to-back seasons at least. Some of these other players, like Ant, has to take the torch from LeBron in the Olympics this year. This has to be the passing of the torch, really, from LeBron to Ant. And they're able to do it with the Olympics.
Well,
so, I mean, next year he's supposed to step up. But other than that, it's hard for me to put Tatum up there. But Ant would have to get MVP too of the
Yeah,
league.
that's what I'm saying. Like, you know, if the foreign dudes keep winning the MVP and shit, then
And Embiid. But I don't see Embiid being the face of the league.
nah, he talks too much trash, and he don't really. I don't know, but
He's good, but not good at the same time.
yeah, I mean, I'm
Wait,
thinking
he's great and not good at the same time.
I'm thinking that the men's USA basketball team is going to struggle this year too because, like, there used to be like there's so many other great players that live in other countries now. Like the international game has reached a point where, like, yo,
Mm.
Canada might give us a run.
Australia too.
Australia might give us a run. You know what I mean? Like
But
Spain been giving us a run.
see,
And
and Argentina. The thing that I realized by watching that Redeem Team special on Netflix is that, and that's one of the things that I loved with how my Knicks were building, because with the foreign teams they
what are the
have
Knicks building?
chemistry and cohesion, huh?
What are the Knicks building?
They have a core in regards to cohesion. People like the team chemistry is there, because the thing with the foreign teams is that they play with each other for years versus, all right, I'll get this talent, I'll get that talent, I get that talent. Basically what Phoenix tried to do this year by getting Devin. Well, they already had Devin Booker, but they got Durant. Then they end up getting homeboy, whatever his name, from Washington, right? Bradley Beal. And they figured, all right, we could just collect talent and we're going to win. Same thing that the Nets did. We're going to just collect some talent and we're just going to win with Kyrie and KD and Harden. You know, it doesn't work like that. They have to play together and have cohesion. And that's what the foreign teams have versus us with the US, where we figure, all right, we got the best players
And
and we could just put them all together and it's going to work. But it's like cooking. You can't just get the best ingredients and throw all the best ingredients. Like, you can't put the best vinegar and the best milk together thinking that you're going to make something nice. You might be able to, but you have to give it time to gel.
Here's the thing. Now they don't even have the best players anymore. Like, the best player in the league right now is not American. The second best player is from Canada. You know what I mean? It's like, you know, if you look at Joker and Luca, you know what I mean? Those dudes are not Giannis. These guys go play for their own countries, which they should do, then it'll make the USA basketball portion of the Olympics like super interesting. You know what I mean? That Canadian team could be fucking stacked, dog. Like,
and the
Canadian players.
Well, the other thing as well is the way that I'm looking at with this U.S. team and saying that they're aging out. They have experience. Even though they're older, they have experience. Like with LeBron, KD, and Curry alone, that's a lot of experience. And then they have the youthful energy and athleticism with Tatum, Ant-Man, and the other players. I think Drew Holiday made that team too.
They got a squad, but
yeah, but then
everybody else also got a squad.
Because France got some players too, right? Because France always puts up a good fight. But this is the thing. Yeah, it's a tougher fight, but hoping that the leadership and the experience of the LeBron and the Curry and Durant, that they can get it together. Like, that is what they're supposed to show in this. Not just overpower them like how US used to beat up, like with Charles Barkley and them, how they beat up Angola like 150 something to 42, like some bullshit like that. Nah, it's not even about that. It's about winning the game, even if it's by 3, 4, or 1. It's just we win the game, and hoping that their skill and their not just their skill but their experience shows through. That's what I want to see. So it's not even about athleticism and winning by 50. Like, oh, well, they only won by 12. No, it's not even that. You know, I just want to see good games and competitive play.
Yeah, and I think that I think we're finally going to be like, because, like, you know, you guys, Giannis is going to go play for Greece. Yep. You know, his brother's finally going to get that. We're actually going to get to see his brother play. Actually, and then
his 4 brothers.
The France team got Wemby.
You know, and Rudy Gobert.
You know what I mean?
And then even Evan Fournier. Like they have like NBA
Yeah,
players that might not be like star
guys.
players, but on France they're great.
Yo,
Like Evan
Canada.
Fournier was great.
I just pulled up Canada, dog. Canada got R.J. Barrett,
Shea
uh,
Alex Gildress.
Shea Gilgis, Zach Edey,
Yep.
uh, Dylan Brooks. They got
Dylan Brooks.
Olenek. I thought he retired from the NBA, but still, you know what I mean? Like they got some.
Nah, he's with the Rockets.
They got a dude on their team named Phil Scrub though, and that's hilarious.
Yo, y'all put the scrub. I'm in the stands. Yo, put the scrub in. Hey, yo, who put the scrub in the game? Yo, get that scrub out of here.
And that's hilarious.
Yeah, you can't. Not with me in the stands. Not with me in the stands.
Canada's walking around with possibly this like a top 3 NBA player on their team.
All right, so without looking at the rosters, right? Blindly, I would say the probably, and we'll get down to the top 5 about something else down the road. But I'll say France, Canada, Argentina, Spain, and maybe Australia.
Yeah,
top 5 that will give America a real run for their money.
Could you imagine if Joker and Luka were from the same country?
Oh, I forgot about the Imovich countries like the Slovakovic and the Czechoslovakia.
If they played on the same team, they were just like, "Yo, just get your citizenship over here real quick."
And I forgot about those itches over there.
Yeah, man.
Itches.
You know,
make it sound like a slur.
We always got to touch on the WNBA because you know I'm a groupie level fan at this point.
Yeah.
You know, they picked their 3-on-3. You forgot that the 3-on-3 is still a thing in the Olympics.
Oh yeah, that too.
The women's team.
I forgot about that.
They got Cameron Brink and Haley Van.
Oh, she's on that team.
Yeah, she's on the 3-on-3 team.
Nice.
Haley Van Leet and I forget the other 2 chicks on there.
The 2 women. Come on, Daryl. They're grown ass women. They're women. You can't call them chicks.
You're right.
Yeah. Well, that was actually a topic that people were talking about, and I actually brought it up too a couple of weeks ago. It's like, all right, we have to be careful on how we speak about the WNBA because joke is joke, but you know, like with them and their walk up, there's a fine line between funny and malice, you know, and being very malicious with it.
Meanwhile, Ellie the Elephant is the best mascot in sports right now.
Who, Ellie the Elephant?
For the New York Liberty.
Yeah.
She's like the most fun mascot I've seen in a while.
Be dancing and shit.
Yeah.
yeah.
It was talking about Caitlin Clark getting snubbed from the U.S. Olympic women's team.
Snubbed? Like why?
Because I guess a lot of people feel like she should be on the team over the veterans. She's not. Here's my thing. The Olympics is about sending the best 14 players or 15 players
in the have some alternates.
You know what I mean? The best 14, 15 players in the sport. She's not the best player on her team. You know what I mean? And she's a rook. I don't think there's any rookies on the team. And they talked about, somebody tried to compare, like, Christian Laettner made the dream team. Yo, but if you saw the dream team documentary, you know they didn't give Christian Laettner no burn. I don't even think he played 1 minute in the Olympics.
I think he got a little bit of burn because Larry Bird was hurt. And in place of Larry Bird, I think it was my boy, Chris Mullin. I think Chris Mullin got the burn.
Oh yeah, but still,
and then Christian Laettner probably got like 1 minute in that Angola game where Charles Barkley was like, "Nah, don't put that motherfucker in." Like, oh shit, you know what? Might as well. Everybody else is tight.
Yeah, and they were like, "Oh well," like, and then it's like, "Yo, who do you take?" Because you gotta have, you know, the certain number of guards, a certain number of forwards, or like at every position. So it's like, if you build in 3 starting 5s, you know what I'm saying?
But then it's also what kind of offense you're trying to run. Like if you have her on the team, she's a high volume shooter. So that means it's taking away from the other players on the team. And it's taking away from ball movement in a sense, but it's like, why do you need to move the ball when she's making the shots? Like, yes and no, but either way, she'll earn it over time. The next 4 years, she'll get a
be
call
on the team. I think she's been playing pretty good the last couple of weeks, and I think that eventually she'll be on the Olympic team. But who do you fucking take off? They're saying, "Oh, take Diana Taurasi off." Why? She's like the LeBron James of the league right now. Like,
The leadership,
you know what I
the
mean? Like, so
experience.
when you look at the guards on the team, is Sabrina,
Mhm.
Diana Taurasi, Kelsey Plum, uh,
Mhm.
the chick from the other chick. What's her name?
The lady from.
Jackie Young,
Mhm.
and the other lady from the Aces that's hurt. Uh,
Oh, okay.
and like maybe if that Chelsea Gray is her name.
Oh,
Maybe
okay.
if she doesn't play, then they might put Caitlyn on the team. But
Well, I would make the argument. Okay, well, if anything, with the 3-on-3, the fact that Cameron Brink made it as a rookie, right? Why couldn't Caitlin Clark make it on the 3-on-3,
right,
or at least be an alternate? You know, if somebody gets hurt or something happens, she could step up as an alternate,
right.
like the fifth person.
I'm starting to get tired of like the whole pressure to like
Yes.
put this put Caitlin Clark on this like pedestal. Like, yeah, she can hoop, but if you take the top 14 players in the NBA, she might be in the top 20. Might be, but
I just realized what it is when you just said that. It's the same thing with Tim Tebow. Remember how people had the Tim Tebow fatigue, where Tim Tebow this and Tim Tebow that, and people were starting to get tired of. I I'm a Florida guy when it came to college football. I love Tim
yeah, just
Tebow,
be
but
able
then
to.
when he was in the league, I'm like, yo, he's a marginal dude. Stop trying to make him more than what he is.
Well, the
And
difference is that Caitlin Clark is actually probably going to be one of the top 10 players, top 5 players in the WNBA at some point. But
but
right,
it's the fatigue. It's the fatigue of hearing about her and making it seem like that's all the WNBA has to offer is just her. When off mic, I was telling you about the story about some lady about to pass her ex-wife's scoring on the team, right?
right,
So she's about to pass her ex-wife's scoring title, right? But she's playing against her ex. But she gets the assist from her new wife and breaks the record against the ex-wife. I'm like, yo, damn, this is weird. Like this is. But the thing is these kind of storylines they don't really talk about with the WNBA because they're only talking about the Caitlin Clark and the Caitlin Clark effect, and look at how she's getting fouled and look at how she's being treated. But she's the bag. You got to protect the bag. So I'm like, yeah, but
there's
it
more than
becomes
that. But also,
it becomes tiring. It's fatigue. It's
here's
the
the thing.
Caitlin Clark
I don't even
fatigue.
know
It's more to the WNBA than her.
I don't even know if it's the fatigue in that way for me. I'm it's almost like her fans are like, and this is going to be a terrible comparison, but I'm going to say it anyway.
Oh boy, I have a feeling
Uh,
where you're going. I'm gonna
like, I
write
know
it down.
Clark's fans have that whole like, they're almost like Trump fans. You know what I mean? Like where she can
You know
just
what, too? And I wrote it down
and
just just to prove that I knew you was gonna.
and it's like, yo, she's out there talking wild shit too. You know what I mean? Like it's not like she's fucking like innocent down there. She's down there fucking talking mad shit, and chicks are just like, oh, you gonna talk shit and try to bust my ass at the same time. And remember, at
Yeah,
the beginning of the season, she was putting chicks on skates. You know what I mean? She had girls falling down and shit. She's fucking popping three.
making people look like the fool
And
and
it's like,
everybody laughing.
you're not about to come out here and embarrass me. And
Nah, fuck no.
trying to embarrass me? Nah. You know what I mean? Angel Reese
And
get
that
pile drived in Chicago and shit. But like,
be like, yo, just toughen up. It's part of
yeah,
the game. Well, welcome to the league.
getting
That
in
is what I
the
was saying.
you know
That
what
is
I
what
mean?
I was saying
The
before.
league is doing her like they did Jordan, like the Pistons did Jordan. Like, yo, go get in the
hmm
booth, son.
And she hasn't earned anything yet. Because that's what I was saying. But people were saying, well, look, the difference is the NBA was already making money. The difference is with Caitlin Clark, now that because there's more eyes on it, they're now starting to make more money. If she gets hurt, who's gonna want to come see the game? I'm like, look, you have to have confidence in yourself that you have something more than just your pretty looks, in
Plus,
a sense, Because like if a girl is pretty and you talk to her and she's shallow, it's like, ugh. But
Yeah,
people will always keep coming to
also,
that door. But once you get in the door, it's like it's nothing here.
I want to point out that the fandom has been growing. You know what I mean? This except
Mm-hmm.
Park and Angel Reese and Cameron Brink, like this class is accelerating the growth of the league. But the Las
Yes.
Vegas Aces went back to back and sold out their season tickets before the WNBA draft.
Mm-hmm.
If they sold and I think the Atlanta team also sold out their season tickets before the WNBA draft. So more people
Mm-hmm.
are coming to the game regardless. And Asia Wilson's averaging like 30 and 12 right now. So you know,
There's more to the league than just Caitlin Clark. And what happens is it becomes frustrating for people in the league when that's the only thing people want to talk about in the mass media is just the tip of the iceberg. It's like, well, look at her, and oh well, and she's doing this and she's doing that, and only reporting on the WNBA based on what she does. But other people are doing things better than her and have been doing it for such a long time.
her team only has 2 wins. And there's a team with Aaliyah Boston on it, who is arguably one of the best like young players in the league.
Exactly. And that's why she had to delete her social media because people kept dogging her out as
That's
if it's her
that's,
fault that they're the ones losing.
that's off the shit, by the way. Like that's very millennial. Oh, they're bullying me
It's
on
like nah, because some people get real aggressive, and if you get back at them, then they say, well, ooh, see, look at what they said, look at what they said. It's like,
that's
yeah,
why
look at what I said, but look at what you did to make me say that shit.
that's why
Like, come on, man.
rant and just get a burner account.
Nah, you don't wanna be on that. You don't wanna be on that Ninja Turtle time, man. You don't want to be in the sewers with the rats and shit as your master. You don't want to be on that Ninja Turtle time, my guy.
The USA women's team, let's just close this out. The USA women's team has won the last 5 Olympic gold medals.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like this team is probably going to win another one because
I'll still watch it regardless, with or without her on that team.
First of all, I'm watching for Asia Wilson, her fine ass. God damn. And
wait, let me chill. Let me chill with that one.
And I mean, it's still hard for me to not see Sabrina Ionescu and not think about Peyton Manning because they got the same, they get the same forehead or something like if you said that they were related, I would believe you.
My guy, I tried to save you the first time around with that one, but you double backed on that one. You busted Yui on that one. Wait, hold on.
Brittany Griner, you know what I mean? One of the best. You can't really call her a big man. I mean,
yeah, you can. Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
Did you call the women like centers big men, or do you just gotta call them big ladies? Like, what's the actual correct?
Ooh, that's a great question.
Or you just she's a big, but I mean.
All right, so wait, when you start editing the tape, right? This is the question. This is the snapshot. All right. So in the WNBA, when you're talking about power forwards and centers, can we call them big men or big ladies? Like, what do we call them?
This is where we need an expert, so we don't fuck this up.
No. This is where we'll edit it out and then we leave it up to the public to help us in a forum. To help us, so that way, because just like how I have to correct myself too.
Yeah, no,
it's not when talking about the WNBA, not calling them chicks or the B word. I have to check myself with that too. So that's one of those things that the forum could help out, but that's one of those self-corrective things that we're on. But are they big men or big women, big ladies? Like
can you?
What are we calling them?
Look at this big girl down there in the paint. You know what I mean, you can't say that.
Yeah, now one thing you can't say is, yo, see that big bitch down in the middle there?
Right? You can't.
No. Can't do that.
This is serious, so we're gonna ask. I guess we're gonna ask the social medias. What are we supposed to call? And if there's some WNBA experts, man, help us out, man. What are we calling? What are we calling the big sexies down in the paint?
Yeah.
Big sexies for now.
Yeah, but that big bitch in the lane, no, we're not doing that here. We're not doing that here. All jokes aside,
I need
even though it is kind of funny. But if a girl says it, I'm like,
I need them
I'll
to
let
start.
you say that. I'll let you say that. I'll let you say that.
I gotta start miking up the WNBA players too, so we can actually hear the trash talk that they be talking. Because I'm sure
Ooh, that's a smooth transition, my guy.
it gotta be super good, man. It gotta be the trash talk.
That's
Gotta be amazing.
that's a smooth transition, my guy.
Well, sometimes I'm good at this radio podcast situation.
Mm-hmm.
Going into our top five
Uh-huh.
of the shows, the top 55th. Is that your top five dance?
Yeah, we're gonna call it that. Until we get the graphics,
So the graphic is the top five dance. So they be talking about top five trash talkers.
trash talking.
Trash talkers, and they talk trash across all the leagues. So we
Yes.
talking our top five trash talkers of all time.
But that WNBA, I actually want to hear some of the WNBA trash talk. That's going to be highly interesting to get into.
They out there calling each other bitches and shit. Like, because we already
imagine if the C word starts flying. Woo!
Like Jordan used to always be talking about calling motherfuckers little bitches. That was his go-to trash talk. 80s trash talk.
Yo, mind you too. Dudes will say to another dude, man, don't be a pussy. I wonder if women say that too. Like what do they say? Don't be a dick. Don't be a pussy. Like
trash talk gotta be because what we do know is that women they cut deeper.
Mm-hmm.
They cut deeper, but I mean, like, can they say shit like Garnett said to
the Honey Nut Cheerios?
Talking about how Lala tastes like Honey Nut Cheerios. Like he had Mello waiting for him.
Oh man. Listen. We're starting to spill some beans here, man.
I gotta know more about how deep the WNBA trash talk goes. That's all.
All right, so
but
we're gonna get on that one. That's a good one to get into. But our top five sports trash talkers. Did you want to start?
Nah, you go.
All right, I'm gonna go. All right, cool. All right, so I'll start my list off with a bang with the GOAT, Tom Brady. Tom Brady used to talk some cash shit.
Yeah, right? I actually got Tom Brady on my list.
All right, so I got him at number 5, right? So, number 4, I had a couple of people, Jordan and Kobe. I'm like, nah, those dudes are just mean. So I put Gary Payton as my number 4. Number 3, that's why I said, wait, hold on, we're starting to spill the beans because Kevin Garnett is my number 3. Kevin Garnett talks some cash shit. He's one of my favorite players because of it. Like, I love the trash talk. Filthy mouth. But then the sneaky one is number 2, Larry Bird. Larry Bird used to talk some of the
wild
listen,
shit.
Yo, and he would do it too, right? He would talk his shit and walk the walk. Like, that's my guy, right? Also, shout out to Boston Celtics winning the game 1, right? I did it last week with Kyrie in my top 5. And then number 1, Muhammad Ali. Muhammad Ali, especially when he's talking with Howard Cosell.
Yeah.
That's television gold. Woo! So that's my top 5.
Top 5.
Apparently, they're calling the cops on somebody talking shit in my neighborhood. I know my earpiece ends up picking up noises and amplifies it, so I'm waiting for this motherfucker to breathe.
Yeah, nah, we can hear it for sure. It's raining outside, so somebody probably crashed that shit. But
talking that shit.
I'm gonna go with my top 5 in no particular order. But I did have Tom Brady on the list because we see it on the sidelines and you hear about how Tom Brady used to talk all the time.
Even in the roast.
Right? One of my favorite trash talkers, one of my favorite other trash talkers in the NFL, Richard Sherman.
That was a good one.
Trash all the time. Kevin Garnett, probably the best trash talker of all time in the NBA because the Honey Nut Cheerios shit is super classic. And
that Villanueva one was out of bounds, though. That one was out of bounds. No, that was bad.
Jordan used to hit him with the 80s trash talk all the time. And like the thing about it is like he went about it in a way that like a lot of people, if he wasn't in the game, because obviously they wasn't miking up guys like that back in the 80s. You know what I mean? You didn't get this, like he wasn't like outwardly trash talking. Like he would like trash talk you like on the way to the basket and shit. You know what I mean? After he dunked up you in your face.
Move.
Out of here.
Got him.
You know, I've heard honorable mention before I go with my number one is I heard the Big Fundamental used to have that like A-rated trash talk. Yeah, good game, good like the good game type shit as he's busting your ass. Maybe next time, little fella, that type of shit.
Wow.
So shout out to Takin. You know what I mean?
Okay. A silent assassin. Okay.
But my favorite trash talker of all time, and I know you was trying to think of him earlier, I think, if we're on the same page, motherfucking John Randall.
Oh, yes. The Vikings.
The Vikings.
Yes.
Trash talker.
Vikings.
They used to throw the flag on this dude for talking trash.
Ooh. See, Warren Sapp is up there, but Warren Sapp is no John Randall.
John Randall.
That's a good one.
And he had the eye black on and be talking trash from
the purple people eater. The purple people eaters.
Talk the whole game. Yeah. John Randall mic'd up as a treat. So if you want to treat yourself to some elite trash talk.
Yours was more football based. Mine was more basketball based. I realized that. And we didn't have any baseball players.
Yo, baseball players, I don't know if they really talk trash like that.
Because you don't want to get hit with a pitch.
Yeah.
You know, like you're going to talk shit to me and I'll have Nolan Ryan throw like a high and tight underneath your chin. Like chin check you. Like, nah, like, but some people used to, but I don't know. Like Babe Ruth with the point in and bullshit. But he's not making my list. He's not making my list.
Trash talk. It's more like trash actions talk in baseball, like bat flips and like running the bases on a home run.
It's more like having an attitude.
Yeah.
You know, like baseball got an attitude more than talking shit. Oh, they might go, punk bitch, and then the umpire will throw you out. What's his name? What's your boy that just retired? Angel Hernandez. Oh, you know what? Yeah, out of here.
So you know what I mean? Like baseball really don't like I always wanted like Tiger Woods to be more like Roy Jones.
You wanted to be like and golf.
Just talk a little shit, man. You Tiger Woods, dog. Like, you know what I mean?
But see, another sport too, like hockey. We didn't have hockey, or even like soccer, or football, if you may.
Those dudes probably talk trash, and they just get right to the fighting.
I seen one dude in soccer. I guess he was talking shit, whatever. And the guy was like, "What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?" Out of the blue, seen this dude jump, put his cleats in the dude's chest. I was like, "Oh shit!" I was like, "Nope, not talking shit on no soccer field, man. Not on the pitch."
Side note: next week, I think we should talk about cricket because the USA just won the Cricket World Cup. You know what I mean?
Oh wait, didn't they just beat like Pakistan or some shit like that?
Pakistan.
Wow, in the test matches. Yeah, I saw that too.
Dude had like 10 sixes.
I need to talk to my father about that because being from Trinidad, cricket's our thing. We love cricket.
You know,
Brian Lara. Shout out to Brian Lara.
And then they got
Trinidad thing.
They got the little thing. There's a little documentary on Netflix about the Cricket World Cup in India, wherever it is. So that's to watch. But yeah, side note, you know what I mean? Shout out to the USA cricket team doing the damn.
You know what I feel like this is though? There was like a skit in Saturday Night Live called "What's Up with That," and at the end of every episode, he's supposed to interview Lindsey Buckingham, right? The guy, and he never gets to that part of the interview, and there's like a little running joke, like, "Oh shit, well, not shit because Saturday Night Live, but we didn't get enough time. Oh, we didn't get to you. Could you come back next week?" And he just sit there mad, and he'll go, and it's funny the way that it's set up. The reason I bring that up.
Matt Damon, Jimmy Kimmel used to do Matt Damon like that.
Yeah, something like that. I really feel like We're doing the same thing with rhythmic gymnastics.
Yeah, let's do
It's getting bumped once again.
we bumped rhythmic gymnastics once again. Next week we're gonna start. We got to start the show with rhythmic gymnastics next week.
Yeah, we say that. We say that. We say that.
It's hopefully it's a slow news week in sports, so we can get
No, because
gymnastics.
the thing that I learned is that there's not just the ribbon. There's the pins, like the bowling pins. There's the ball. Like, you remember the magic ball that we used to see in the infomercials in the 2000s, the early 2000s?
Oh yeah,
You know, when you're watching BET Uncut and in between commercials, oh man, I'll make that ball float. It's magic. That is that kind of ball. It's the ribbon, and it's something else. But you know what? We'll get to it. We'll get to it.
At some point, we're gonna do a deep dive on rhythmic gymnastics.
Yeah, when it became an Olympic sport, the fact that they just had their last meet before the Olympics was May 22nd to the 26th in Budapest. You see, I've done my homework. I just haven't been able to report on it. It's getting bumped.
Yeah, we gotta give more. We gotta definitely make sure we lock in on our obscure sports, because if we don't start with the first one, we can't get to the next ones. So,
because pillow fighting is a very obscure sport, and it's a real thing.
Yes, I've seen it. It's
I have notes on that too.
That's gonna do it for another episode of DJ Caveman, IronMonkey Sports. Make sure you follow us on all the socials, man. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. Help us get our fandom up. You know what I mean?
Tell a friend to tell a friend.
Bring that elite sports talk. I gotta hold on. I gotta shift down. I got Brittany Griner staring at me in the face. I pulled up the women's Olympic team, and Brittany Griner is just like just staring at me. Hold on, let me scroll down to
pointing at you. Who are you calling a bitch?
I also got to scroll past fucking Peyton Manning and Stewie.
Oh man,
Asia Wilson. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
I got to rub my chin on that one.
But yeah, make sure you hit that like and subscribe, man. Join us. We're here every Sunday morning.
Take part in the forum as well, the online conversation as well.
Online conversations. Follow us on Twitch, YouTube channels, Cable Entertainment TV. To both together.
Brittany Griner is breaking in now. Open the door, motherfucker. I know you in there.
She probably heard about the time way back when I thought she was a dude.
And the fact that side note, you actually learning Russian too. Open the door, motherfucker. You set me up.
All right. Get us next week, man, on the show. We out.
Yes, please. Oh man.